Hey guys, Sifu Adalik here, Niagara Kung Fu Academy. I just wanted to congratulate our new black sashes, our junior black belt, and our black sashes, and our secondary black sashes that graduated over the weekend. You guys did a fantastic job, and I was going to make this video just for them. As kind of like a little bit of a graduation speech, since we couldn't do a bigger in-person graduation. I wanted to do still give some kind of talk, and then I just thought about it, and I'm like, this should probably be not just for the black sashes. This is a good talk maybe for everyone to hear. So if you're interested in what we would say to a graduating black sash, then this video is for you. I had a mentor recently tell me this. Said this saying to me, and it really hit me very well, and it made me think about what being a black sash means. So I thought this might be helpful for you guys, since this is how I see a black sash. Now that you are a black sash, you've trained for a long time for that, and now you've arrived, and it's not a time to to coast. Definitely not. It's a time to set a new goal, because you've seen that. Imagine when you started out. Remember that these black sashes we're talking about, they're not like, they're great people, but they're regular people, regular jobs. They're accountants, they're teachers, they're government employees. And when they first thought of this idea about getting a black sash, and they saw what's involved in testing for it, they probably thought, and a lot of them thought, well, that's impossible. I'm not going to be able to do that, right? And now that they've done the test, you guys, now that you've done it, you're realizing now that test you had to go through is really, in the next year, it's going to become more like a warm-up for you, right? Once what seemed impossible is now just a warm-up, right? Yesterday's impossible is today's warm-up. So, so congratulations to you guys on achieving that, right? But now you've got to look at the next step, right? You got to set another goal, so we don't slow down, we don't lose momentum, we don't become complacent. Now you've got to set a higher ceiling for yourself to bust through. So anyway, but the quote is that the saying is that I was told by one of my mentors was that the same water that boils the egg also softens the carrot, right? And I really like, well, that's the first part of it. So let me explain that first, right? If you can't follow along what that means, the same water that boils the egg also softens the carrot. And what that means to me is that the adversity that one would go through, like right now, this year, we've had a ton of adversity. We've had a kind of a crazy year, right? And that's like, those are the circumstances that we've been dealt. And that's kind of like the water, right? That kind of adversity is the water. And some people take adversity and like the egg, and it hardens them. And then other people take the adversity and it softens them, like the carrot. It's the same water, but the effect is very different. And you've seen this, you might have seen examples of this sometimes. Some people grow up with everything given to them, everything handed to them, and they really don't do that well. They squander it, right? And other people take those same circumstances and they go the distance with it. And then other people have adversity that's a really big struggle when they're growing up. They have very bad circumstances, and because of that, they use that as a drive to do really great things, right? And other people take that adversity and they use that as a reason why they can't excel at things, right? And it's really, the water a lot of times can be the same. It's what you choose to do with it, right? That's what defines you. So, not everyone makes, obviously, a lot of people don't make it to black sash. We hope that everyone starts. Our hope is that everyone makes it, but the reality is that a lot of people don't, because it's a long journey and it's a lot of work, right? That's the adversity right there. And some people would take that and say, no, this is just too much time to put in, and it's not my thing, I can't do it, right? And that's fine. Other people will take that adversity and they'll do something with it. They'll make themselves a black sash out of it. As a black sash, I want you to think past that, though, okay? Because there's another element here. There's that choice where, yeah, you could be like the egg, or you could be like the carrot. But as a black sash, your job is to be more like tea. All right, so the message I have to you is be like tea. So when you think about what tea does when it interacts with water, well, it changes the water. It changes the flavor of the water. It changes the way that, the scent of the water, even sometimes the texture of the water, right? Be like tea. And that means the black sash, you're not going into a situation where it's a difficult situation and thinking, well, is this going to make me or is it going to break me, right? Being like tea means you're adaptable, and it means that you change the situation and you take control of the situation, right? You change the environment. To throw a little pop culture your way, think of it like Captain Kirk, right? Captain Kirk in the Kobayashi Maru. He changes the rules of the game, right? So that's what it means to be like T. It doesn't mean that you don't follow the rules. It just means when you can change the environment that you're in, that's something you want to do. And that's, as a Black Sash, that's what your job is. So for example, if you walk into a room full of people and it's not a good environment, it's people that are, upset, angry, they're in a lot of fear, they're complaining. Some people would approach that and say, well, I've just spent an hour inside this room with all these people that are just a very negative influence, and now because of it, now I'm very negative. I can't be positive now because I've been kind of infected with all this negative energy, right? That's an example of softening the carrot. So, and then there's other people that would be, more like the egg, and that, okay, now that I've gone through this experience with all this negativity, I'm gonna derive to do the opposite of that. I'm gonna try to be as positive as I can, right? Well, the person who's going to be like T says, how can I uplift this room, right? What can I bring into this room to make it better, right? I don't have to accept the environment the way it is. I can change it. I can motivate people. I can inspire people. I can help people, right? Or I can, could just walk out of the room and avoid it altogether. But the point is, though, is that being like T, you need to think about the situation and what you can do to change it, to help other people. So now that you've achieved this, this really awesome goal that not a lot of people do, we have that saying, how long does it take the average person to earn a Black Sash, right? And then we say, well, it's kind of a trick question because the average person doesn't earn a Black Sash, right? You have to do things that most people won't do so you can get the results that most people won't have. Right? But now that you've got that, it's your time now to set a new goal, set your next goal, set your 2nd degree Black Sash, set your 3rd degree Black Sash. But think about what you're going to do along with that, right? You've set goals for yourself on earning your Black Sash, whether it was organize your time better, get in better shape, lose weight, improve your focus, become better, be more confident, be more outspoken, whatever it is, you've got those goals for yourself. Well, now your next level, it's, okay, what are you going to do to be like T? What are you going to do to affect positive change in your environment, in your community, with your family, in your teams, right? So I hope that's useful for you, something to think about. I look forward to seeing you guys in class, learning your new and exciting curriculum. And if you agree, please give me a heck yes in the comment section, or feel free to share this video if you think anyone needs to hear it. Okay, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys soon.